Air pollution is an invisible killer that lurks all around us, preying the young and the old. The first 2 months of 2021 echoed the grave issues of extreme air pollution and undesirable climate changes, both devastating to the human lives. Does air pollution impact your life? Do you want to know how to mitigate this poison in air? Hey you lovely people, welcome to my channel Let's Confab with SG, where I discuss matters that impact our daily lives and share tips to lessen the troubles faced. Learn with me today what are the ill effects of air pollution on kids and how to reduce those outcomes with an expert advice from a senior pediatrician. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, don't forget to like or follow me. To all my subscribers, thank you so much for supporting me. If you don't treat the air around you well, the earth will become a hell. Let's nurture the nature so that we can have a better future. Hey folks, I am Dr. Shubhangi Gupta, a nutritionist and a community advocate who is happily married and a proud mother of 2 vivacious girls. I am powered by your comments on my blogs, so please keep sharing your thoughts in the comments section below. The strong resurgence of newer infections of COVID-19 in recent weeks, with 3 new variants all across the world, is still dampening our spirits, ruining many countries. Although the general public is excited to hear about the ongoing vaccinations with newly developed COVID-19 vaccines, this toxic air is going to make India's COVID-19 battle deadlier. We can remain healthy in this polluted environment from the long-term effects of COVID-19 infection, not just by following the basic guidelines that I shared with you in my last vlog, Poison in Air, but also by breathing in low AQI and low PM 2.5 air. Consuming food that is rich in antioxidants shall also help you shelter from the pollution. Air pollution causes damage and inflammation in the lungs and other body tissues, which reduces the body's ability to resist this virus. It results in more severe forms of the infection. The risk of transmission of infection is higher because more particles in the air give the virus more ways to travel from an infected person. Even for those who overcome the virus, the air quality can slow or even prevent the chance of a full recovery. Health experts have detailed how such conditions can lead to respiratory problems, brain damage, and early death. You will be surprised to know that in some world cities, the air is so polluted that breathing is equivalent to smoking 2 packs of cigarettes per day. Nasty. The smog from toxic air finds its way in through the nasal passageways. Kids have shorter and narrower airways and breathe through their mouths often, forcing them to be more at risk for small particles and dust to go in. Another tricky thing is, since kids play outside and carry home a lot of dirt, especially in a nation like India, dangerous components of smog get absorbed and settled in the digestive and chest cavities more easily. These toxic residues and chemicals are transported to their brain, which in turn causes developmental problems, impaired brain and neurological development, and reduced lung function. In November 2020, the world awakened to a startling ruling by a British court deciding that air pollution caused death of a 9-year-old in London in 2013. You see, the damage to the kids' health is happening worldwide right now. However, it is riskiest for the young kids who are still in their developmental stages. COPD is the third leading cause of global deaths every year. Long-term exposure to lung irritants that damage the lungs and the airways usually is the cause of COPD. Lung irritants include air pollution, chemical fumes, and dust from the environment. Yet, it remains under-recognized and under-prioritized by governments all over. To be honest, it will be criminal not to act on the scaling health plights of our own kids, elderly, and the vulnerable. Yes, researchers have found that in the years with less pollution, children had fewer episodes of air quality related diseases. This means that improving air does improve the kids' overall health and well-being. And so much more needs to be done to address these issues swiftly. It is frightful to know about the mounting evidences on dangerous health outcomes in under 5 kids. As children, our parents used to coax us to go outside and be more sporty. And we have reached at such a grim stage where we are denying our kids to go outside and play sports because the air outside is so bad. How can this be acceptable, huh? It's bad policy and morally wrong. Don't know why the citizens are not making much hue and cry about the basic needs for survival. If this does not wake up all those who are still in denial for the link between the air pollution and the health damage, don't know what else will. Oh, scary times. Despite overwhelming evidence about ill effects of pollution, there is little effective management or regulation to curtail activities which contribute to high levels of pollution, especially in developing nations. Thus, failure to curb air pollution problem in India adversely affects the human capital of the country in the long run. You see, no luxury can replace human lives. In fact, researchers say that there is no amount of personal spending that can fix this problem. It's better to take ownership of what we have done to this nature and bring actions of change. I contacted Senior Consultant Pediatrician Dr. Himani Mittal in this connection. And here is what she wanted to share with my viewers.
Hello, this is Dr. Himani Mittal, Senior Consultant Pediatrician at Envision Eye and Childcare, Delhi. Today, I shall be discussing with you how to keep up your child's immunity in this current COVID-19 pandemic. What is immunity? The immune system is a collection of cells and organs in our body that work together to protect it from germs and infections. We have two types of immunities. The first is our skin and mucosa, which helps to prevent the entry of germs inside our body. The second is the one which we develop when we are exposed to these infections either naturally or by vaccination. Today, let's discuss how we can boost our child's immunity with some simple tips and tricks. Good food habits are the mainstay of developing and maintaining a good immunity. It starts right at birth when these ready-made antibodies are passed from the mother to a newborn in the form of the precious breast milk. That's why exclusive breastfeeding till 6 months of age is so crucial. As a child grows, a balanced diet of homemade foods is very important, especially in this age of high caloric, low nutritious and yet easily accessible junk food. To improve the health of our skin and mucosa, we should consume more fruits like oranges, mosami, amla, which are rich in vitamin C, green leafy vegetables and apples and carrots rich in vitamin A, and nuts and almonds which are so rich in zinc and magnesium. Carbonated cold drinks harm the delicate lining of our mouth and stomach, giving a free pass to the germs to enter into our body. Another caveat of this ongoing pandemic has been the restriction of outdoor activities, mainly of kids, resulting in the extreme rise of childhood obesity, especially in urban households. An exercise routine in the form of walking around your neighborhood, doing designated 5k, 10k step counts, or even a recreational hour of badminton on your terrace can help have a huge impact on the physical and mental health of both kids and adults in the home. Daily yoga and breathing exercises like pranayama can incur an extra benefit, especially in this respiratory illness pandemic. As we know, outdoor pollution has been on a rise in these winter months, and we can do our bit by preventing the indoor pollution by using air purifiers and indoor plants. A healthy body equals a healthy mind, and a healthy family means a healthy nation. So let's all stay safe and stay healthy in this season.
Put this knowledge into action and become smarter than ever. Act now for the sake of our children. You can contribute by reducing, reusing, recycling, and using bikes and EVs as means of transport. Not us? Then who? And if not now, then when? I'm not a climate scientist, but I want as a citizen to nudge you all. My aim through this vlog is to create awareness and appeal to larger public consciousness to reduce the toxic effects of pollution. This will decrease the mortality rates and in turn increase the happiness and livability. So, move to remove air pollution. In what capacity, if given an opportunity, would you like to deal with this global issue? Post your thoughts and answers in the comment box below. Please share ahead if you find my vlog useful. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Here is a shout out to Nikita Singhal and Lalita Tyagi for showering so much of love. Your support inspires me to keep making such awareness videos. Do hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and press the bell icon for updates on my new videos. Check out my Facebook page and other vlogs for more support and inspiration. Remember, you all are special and loved. Until next time, I wish you a happy, healthy, and a meaningful life. Bye!